Morning, folks. Welcome to another awesome day out here in the Sabi Sands, and welcome to Savanna Stay-at-Home Safaris. We barely had time to wipe the sleep out of our eyes this morning and come across the Matimba male and one of the older Ottawa females. So a great start to the morning. Just trying to work out how they got on with that hunt last night. I know some of the guys left them actively sort of hunting, just trying to see where the rest of the pride are. And how successful they were last night. So at the moment we're just trying to sort of listen out and hear if we can get the rest of the pride contact calling. Doesn't seem like they're in the immediate area, but I'm sure as some of you will remember, this was the pair that was mating at that giraffe carcass. So it's quite possible they've continued with those actions and through the night maybe separated from the pride. Again, that's nothing unusual. But for now we just got these two members here, and hopefully we'll get a sign of the rest of the pride in the area. So sure, folks, if that doesn't get your heart racing at 6:30 in the morning, I'm not sure what will. So just a few interesting things to point out there is how even though he is much bigger, much stronger than that female, he still kind of has to show his intentions. He doesn't just dive right in there. And as you can clearly see, when the female says no, no means no. You can just see how with that interaction, a lot of growling, a lot of snarling, a lot of showing of the claws and the teeth. But if you're able to re-watch that, no one was physically hurt. There wasn't actually any contact there. So just consider it in terms of lines, a real good telling off, a real stern word coming from the female there, but no actual physical or fatal injuries or anything. Sounds bad, but more bark than bite. So we've just had the two lions prop their heads up, and we've got audio. We've got a sound of impala alarm calling just to the south of us here, just a bit further along. So we're gonna go investigate, see if there's any other predators in the area, and of course hopefully signs of the pride. Right, folks, so sure, absolute madness, absolute chaos there. We obviously managed to come across the pride and just managed to hear that sound of that honey badger that was obviously being badgered, being pestered by the young members of the pride. And luckily that honey badger's managed to sort of scurry away and make its way down into a burrow. So the burrow certainly saved the honey badger there, but certainly not after a good go from the lions. one of those young males actually managed to grab hold of that honey badger, but just again showing the toughness and the wiliness of those honey badgers, able to escape the grip and still make it safely down the burrow. So the pride seems to have sort of moved off from that interaction with the honey badger, kind of lost interest there, and it certainly looks like they're still in the sort of hunting mood, in the hunting zone, moving into some thick stuff now. Got some better cover, led by the mother of the three young ones. So let's hope that they get a bit of hunting in this morning. So just some interesting behavior to watch when the pride's on the move like this. The young ones hanging back, and obviously just watching, learning. Of course, their time will come where they're up in front and taking charge. But for now, you can't learn anything if you're in the front. So adults always taking charge, and the young ones hanging back, watching, learning. So there you can see, as usual, a classic case, getting the termite mound for a bit of elevation, and definitely in the mood, in the zone this morning for a bit of hunting, stopping, listening, checking, and perfect hunting conditions. Not too hot, the sun hasn't burnt off these clouds yet, so you can definitely see the two adult females leading the charge this morning. So just while we're sitting here, almost sort of mimicking the lions, we're also sort of looking out for any signs of any kudus or wildebeest in the thickets here, looking out for an opportunity. And it seems as if a few hyenas have picked up on the lion's scent and on their trail, and that's certainly got the lion's head sort of propped up. See and hear some elephant bulls down in the valley, and just wondering if maybe those lions also picked up on that, and it appears as if they're making a loop to try and avoid those elephant bulls. So we've just seen one of the young females there, just a change in the body language, as you could see, crouching down. So possibly spotted something up ahead and getting into that hunting mode. So we'll give him a bit of space, and we'll watch back from here and see what goes on. So it looks like the young female made a short attempt there at what we think was a herd of impala, but sadly didn't quite work out that time. Seems like the pride's going to rejoin, and we'll see if we can keep up with them. So very interesting to see there. It seems as if the young female is actually starting to participate a bit more in the hunt, and it certainly looked there as though the young female was the one who was sent out to do the flushing. And it obviously makes sense if you've got the two older experienced females waiting in ambush. But just nice to see that younger female is actually starting to show signs of getting confidence and participating in the actual hunt. Right, folks, so we're probably going to head back for some breakfast. It just seems like those impala spotting the lions kind of threw them off their game, and they certainly have lost interest and realized that luck is not on their side this morning. So we'll leave them be, and we'll catch up again with them in the afternoon. Right, folks, so awesome there, just spending time with the lions. Just before we head back for some breakfast, just want to wish Wayne a happy 70th birthday and hope you have a good one. Best of luck to you. Right, afternoon, folks. So myself and Dano out for another afternoon session, and after that epic morning spent with the Ottawa Pride, it would make sense to head back into that direction and see what they got up to during the day. But before we get into that, we've actually just seen over my shoulder, we got the cheetah that's perched up on a termite mound there. So let's start off there and we'll see how we go. Well, folks, the day just seems to be getting better and better, and I'm sure as we pulled up, you can notice that definitely had a meal recently. Huge, big, full belly there. Our guess would be an impala, possibly a steenbok or something, but great to see him again, and of course, awesome that he's had a good feed, a good meal. So obviously with his full belly and him being successful with a hunt, he's not going to be too active, and we're probably going to leave him be. And like we were saying earlier, try get onto those lines and see if we can establish what they've got up to during the day. But great to see the cheetah, always a fantastic sighting, and I'm sure the guys will keep us updated as the afternoon goes, and maybe we'll get another look before the sun goes down. Right, folks, so we've managed to get back onto the Ottawa Pride here, and just slowly starting to see a little bit of movements, coupled with their heads up and grooming, which, as we often say, possibly a sign that they're going to look to get a bit active. So we'll stick it out for a bit and let's hope we get a bit of activity. So we've just temporarily left the lines sort of static just over our shoulder here, and we just wanted to do a loop around to see if there were any other animals in the area, any sign of a hunting opportunity for those lions, and we've come across these two awesome elephant bulls here. Very cool to have two of the big five in one sort of frame there in one shot. It doesn't seem like that elephant bull has seen or picked up the scent of that lioness yet. And obviously with all her experience, she knows she's got a bit of cover there, and you can see she's not too perturbed. But anything can happen from here. So talk about picking your battles there. A couple of the young lions just testing their strength, testing their curiosity, and I'm sure they're going to learn quickly not to tangle with an elephant that size. We've just got two of the other females that have heard some male impalas rutting, and it seems like they make an approach heading up towards that way. So let's follow them and see what pans out. So these females, Ottawa's just not getting lucky with a hunting today, but they're still showing little bits of interest with those impalas that we heard rutting earlier, and it seems like they're following them into the thick stuff there. So we'll keep our distance and try and keep an eye on them, and let's hope that they get some luck. So we've just had a look through our binoculars, and we can see in the far distance a herd of zebra. The lions have gone in there after them. Sadly, there's just no ways we can head in there. It wouldn't be ethical to go charging in. Right, so after sort of 5-6 minutes of just listening to try hear what was going on inside that thick block that was that we had there, and it sounds as if the lions made an attempt, made a chase at something. From what we could hear, from what we could gather, they weren't successful. Sadly, just losing light now, and just with the terrain around, we're probably going to call it there. We're going to let them go about their business, and let's hope that they eventually get onto something and get a meal for themselves. Right, folks, so another epic day spent with the Ottawa Pride there. Some fantastic activity today, and a little bonus thrown in there with that cheetah with his full belly. Just another awesome day out here in the Sabi Sands, and thanks so much for watching Savanna Stay at Home Safaris, and we're going to see you next time.